Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Thursday, March 21st, 2024. Well, we've all made it past the spring equinox, or the vernal equinox, or I guess depending on where you're at in the planet, you might have celebrated the fall equinox and maybe feeling far different energy than we're feeling in the northern hemisphere. But this is a new week, and therefore a new deck for us. And I wasn't sure what deck I was going to use this week, but when I was doing the equinox reading, I talked about spirit, kind of being in charge, and sometimes we don't want or are not ready for the change that comes, but ultimately it happens. And I said that, spirit is, we're co-creating. Spirit knows more than we do, and we don't have a map necessarily. And it made me think about a different card deck that I have been wanting to use, but just never it felt like the right time. And so I'm breaking it out today, this week, because we do have a little bit of a map. I will tell you, I believe that every one of these oracle decks is a little bit of a map or guidance for us on our path. But this one is actually called The Enchanted Map. It is by Colette Baron Reed, and though it doesn't say here on the box, this artwork is by Jenna Della Grataglia, who's done a lot of the artwork for Colette in her different decks. This is a beautiful deck. I've had it for a while. There's the back of the cards. This is kind of a shiny deck, so we'll work with the glare the best we can. So I hope you all passed a beautiful equinox. I have felt this energy coming, the shifting energy, for about a week. And it hasn't all been good or welcoming or expected in my life. But I'm trying to do the best I can with it. Trying to just take a breath, breathe in, breathe out, have some grace, and try to accept things that are out of my control. But anyways, so let's take a look at the Enchanted Map deck. As always, I'm going to do a 2-card reading for us on this channel where we look at the energy of the day, that energy coming to us from the forces of the universe, our planet, smaller environments like our work or home environment. And then the Force card is our intention, effort, or response that we put back into that energy. Because while Spirit is sending us energy, we are co-creating, and we do have a choice in how we respond. So I will read these cards intuitively as well as read from the guidebooks, because I do believe that there is very important guidance in the books, and it's not to be missed or not addressed. I think it gives us beautiful insight. Okay, so let us look at the energy. So we have our energy card. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see that I pull these spontaneously, and I'm just as surprised as anyone else. And the Force. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at these. As always, I open a circle of light and love and protection around these readings. And so I am protected as well as you are protected, no matter when you watch these videos. And I also call in my spirit guides and guardians to help me be a clear channel for this information, to be able to understand it and express it well to the collective, which I consider myself to be a part of. Okay, so let us look at our energy for Thursday. We have Wishing Well. So this is kind of, here I'm trying to get where you can see it, a beautiful card. We have a Wishing Well. Wells are an incredibly liminal space. And of course, I feel like certain areas of the day or times of the day or certain areas in our world, like doorways, gateways, pathways, they are very liminal. Wells are one of the most liminal spaces, especially in Celtic lore. Very special and important things happened with wells. And so you could put all your wishes in a well, and maybe you'll get some of those back, or maybe something will hear those and help bring them to us. So let's look at what Colette says about this card and the message coming with it. When she wrote this deck, she designed for it to be read whether the cards are upright or reversed. And so I will do the same depending on how the cards come up for us, because that was the intention that she wrote the deck with. I don't always read reversed cards. That was one of my biggest struggles when I started with tarot cards years ago, you know, was the reversed energy. And then one day someone's like, you don't have to do that. And that was nice. I still do sometimes read them reversed, but I don't always. And I set that intention before I make a card pull. But okay, 48, wishing well. The message here is desire is the sacred impulse for life. Feel it, but let go of all attachment to ownership. Okay. So here she says, desire is the most important impulse for creating life. Now you're seeing the relationship between desire and inspiration and sensing that moment of truth when you feel the inception of new life. It's an aha moment when everything makes sense. Of course, this makes a lot of sense following, you know, this equinox energy we have where everything springs anew. Perhaps you recognize a soulmate or are conceiving a baby or even an idea. The Wishing Well card awakens you to the presence of unseen forces that enable new beginnings. Divine intelligence activates the field of possibilities where new life is co-created in a magical way. Neither you nor anyone else can know how or why this happens. It just does. To that end, you can't control the process of growth. Rather, you must step aside and be a channel for higher forces and relinquish any attachment to how this new creation should appear or when it will appear. Form your intention and take action by dropping the coin into the wishing well. Then trust in spirit. Prepare to be amazed. So this is pretty positive energy coming at us, but also with a little bit of caution that no matter how you set your intention, it might not come to you in the ways that you hoped or wished. And so be prepared for the unexpected. Okay, let us look at our focus and see how we are going to deal with the energy of today. So we have Spirit of Place, and this is a lovely card. All of this artwork is just so pretty and mystical, but Spirit of Place. So with this card, I think it ties to the idea that all places have a certain energy about them. You know, whether it's your home or a special place at the lake that you like, or by a beach or under a certain tree. There are certain spirits tied to those areas. And those can be very special places for us to go and set intentions, to speak to our Creator, to gather our thoughts and dreams and hopes and wishes, try to refocus ourselves, or if you've had things happen that you weren't expecting, you know, those are good places to go and sit and just breathe in and breathe out and try to learn how to accept that energy, which is what I'm trying to do in my life right now. So this is a beautiful, beautiful card. Let's look at what Colette has said here. Let me get to the page and the message. There is a message with every one of these cards. It's just not printed on the card front. So Spirit of Place. And the message is, authenticity is the essence of power. And what she says is, our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the Spirit of Place arrives in your reading, it says that the answers to your query is in the overreaching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truths that underlie your question and then naming it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is your authenticity. So I guess the way we are going to focus on this energy that the wishing well is sending to us, which really is that all our hopes and dreams and intentions are possible if we throw that coin in the wishing well, as long as we are aware that things might not come to us quite in the way we imagined. Spirit works in very interesting ways. But with Spirit of Place, we know that the answer is being authentic. Being your authentic self in this situation will help the answers come to us. So this is a really a special message I think we're getting today. I certainly am going to take some time to think about it a little bit more, and I hope that you all do as well. I hope you have found this reading helpful or connected with it in some way. I would love to hear any comments you have on the reading or on this card deck if you've used it before. It's a gorgeous one, and Colette's decks have tons and tons of insight in them all. Please like, please subscribe, please share these videos so I can help this channel grow, so I can help spread these messages to more people. Our earth is going through a big shift right now, and we're all kind of living in complicated times. And I think that guidance from oracle cards like these or tarot cards can help us get through. And not only get through, but get through in the best way possible for us, you know. So thank you so much for visiting my Simply Liminal channel with me today. My name is Stacy. Have a wonderful day.